In this case, we want to work backwards. We're given the volume of a prism. In this case, it's a cube. All the sides are the same thing. And we want to work backwards to find the missing dimension. So no matter what kind of problem you're working backwards from, if you're working with volume and a prism, you still want to find B and H first. Recall that the formula to find the volume of a prism or cylinder is area of the base times the height. So we're going to need those values anyway. So just like we'd start out with finding volume, even if we're working backwards, we'll start out by finding the area of the base and finding the height. So in this case, my base is a square. It's down here. So I want to find the area of that square. Well, I don't have either side, so it's x times x, or just x squared for the area of the base. The height of the prism, in this case, will be vertical to go from one base to the other. The height's going to be x. So not all your problems are going to work out like this, where you have all the things unknown, but we'll follow a similar example. Find the area of the base and multiply by the height. So let's go ahead and plug this stuff into our formula then. They've given me the volume, so let's plug in 90 for the volume. The area, oops, that's a really bad 9. Let's try that again. The volume, that's better. The volume is 90. The area of the base is x squared. I'm going to multiply that by the height, which is x. So like I said, not all the problems for working backwards are going to work out like this, but I wanted to show you one that's a little bit different, a little bit new maybe. X squared times x gets us x to the third power. We're going to add those exponents together. So at this point, this is where it may be a new problem for you. We want to get x by itself. Well, if it was x squared, we know to take the square root. In this case, though, it's x cubed, and so we're going to do something called the cube root. It looks like a square. There's just a little 3 in there. So I'm going to do the cube root of both sides. Now, there's a button on your calculator that can do this. If you don't know where that button is, why don't you ask me in class? Otherwise, I'm going to assume you know how to do it, I suppose. The cube root of 90 comes out to be approximately 4.48. Again, if you don't know where that button is, just kind of trust me for now, but ask me in class when you see me so I can show you how to do that on your calculator. Since that's the side length of a cube, I'm going to label that as just inches. It's really easy to check this answer since we're saying the side is going to be 4.48. Just do 4.48 times 4.48 times 4.48, or 4.48 cubed, and you should get a volume of about 90. It won't come out exactly 90 because we rounded it off, but it should be pretty darn close to 90. Okay, so that's what that missing dimension must be. And then just a quick review about some stuff with surface area. So let's go ahead and find the surface area of this alarm clock as well. Recall that to find surface area, we need to know the area of the base, we need to know the perimeter of the base, and we need to know the height of the prism. So we know the height, that's 4.48 because that's just x. To find the area of the base, it's 4.48 times 4.48. I did that already in my notes and got an answer of 20.27. Go ahead and just do that calculation for yourself and make sure. Perimeter of the base is going to be to add up all 4 sides. We know the length of all 4 sides are 4.48. So multiplying 4.48 times 4 gets me a perimeter of 17.92. And then finally, to find the total surface area for a prism, our formula was P times H plus 2 times B. So plugging the values in we just found, I came up with a surface area of 120.42. And since we're back to dealing with surface area, that's going to be measured in inches squared.